What's good, people? So, it still seems like Hasbro's not going to do their own Legacy collection. So I'm just going to keep buying up the old Bandai ones. Next up, we got the Blade Blaster. Master Blaster. I remember having this as a kid. The crappy 1993 version or whatever. But this is a... Where is the... What? 2016 or so? Maybe 2018 release of it. So... We're going to see just how it is. One of the few roleplay toys I remember actually having. This was pretty weak plastic back then. Oh, I guess I should actually show off the box. Where is the... It morphs into 3 modes. And it says right there, battle sounds. 3 modes. If you look on the top, you have the 5 Rangers. Interesting enough that they did include the Green Ranger in here, because technically, this is my favorite thing about the Blade Blaster, though, is that the Green Ranger had one, and he threw it away at the Red Ranger, and he never had it again. So nobody ever decided to pick up the Blade Blaster that was just sitting in that canyon. No big deal. Or that quarry or whatever it was. That's the funniest part. I should link it in the... There should be a link in the description. But I watched... Long time ago, I watched a video of that fight scene, but with, like, edited dialogue. And the dialogue was better than most of the stuff in Season 1. But also kind of, like, smell my feet, bitches! Like that. Kind of thing. Oh, and I should... It would be remiss if I forgot to mention that in Japan, this was called the Ranger Stick. Or, in its gun mode, the Ranger Gun. Gee, that's Ranger for you. It was just called the Ranger Stick. I feel like Blade Blaster is kind of a better name. Because it kind of actually tells you what the thing is about. It can be a blade, it can be a gun. There's a picture of the Red Ranger. This is why it's called like the Red Ranger Blaster. You'll see that on like eBay ads and stuff, because there's a picture of the Red Ranger on the front, even though all 5 of them use it throughout Season 1. They don't use it after Season 1. They barely use their weapons at all in Season 2. Or 3, because it's all about the martial arts at that point. Oh, and it also has up here, it says die-cast parts. That's Mighty Morphin logo. I still don't particularly like this green packaging, but it's never gonna go away until Hasbro does their own. And freaking, well, actually that's not true, because the Zeonizer had black packaging, and the Gold Ranger's staff, or the King staff, has black packaging as well. So here it is, very simple. Oh, ooh, that feels. Oh yeah. Do I not? All right. Where's the transformation? I remember as a kid that I didn't quite understand, but the teeth, like you actually had to press in the teeth at the bottom to transform it. And for whatever reason, they released it, but with this part in black, like this white instead of, it was black on at least the version I had. So all it comes with are instructions, but I'm just, what kind of back? It takes LR44s. Oh, jeez. Oh, I see. Button. Where's the, Oh. Oh. Well, that's neat. I just picked this up today before recording this, so I don't have any experience with the modern toy. So, here, let's get a good shot of it. It's, the most times you're ever going to see it are sitting... Can I... just like this, on a Ranger's holster. Is there This is technically a mode. It's called holster mode. But yeah, that's literally just it. I mean, I don't know if I showed the back off of the box, but I probably didn't. Yeah. Holster mode. Blade mode. Gun mode. And it doesn't have the story anything like the Green Ranger, which is kind of lame. On the bottom, nothing. On the side, you just get the Red Ranger holding it again. The other side, same picture. Why do they have to choose the Red Ranger other than the toy is red? They could have... They put the rest of the Rangers up here. Use one of the other Rangers, please. Whatever. So this is its technically default mode is the... Well, stick mode. The Ranger stick. It's one step away from being the sword or butter knife, dagger mode. Doesn't matter. It's supposed to be a small weapon like everyone has. They barely ever use it as a sword. I'll say that it's almost always used as a gun because most of the Rangers don't have long range weapons. Like Zach has his axe, which can turn into a cannon, and Kimberly has her bow. But other than that, this is their long range weapon and short range weapon when they don't have their actual power weapons. Which, yeah, okay, I can believe it. So it says Power Rangers on both sides with nice bright white. Yeah, I'm looking because up here, as I was showing it to you in package, I was looking at it in the store, and it looked like it had some smudges, but that must have just been on the plastic covering of it. Looks pretty clean. It's pretty, well, it's an old school 90s font, I'll just say that. But, you got the dragon head nicely molded with the bright chrome teeth, and no, that's not chrome, that's just like some weird shade of gold paint. There's there's a little bit of lighting detail on the handle. Like those two lines behind the dragon's head. At least I think it's supposed to be a dragon. Tyrannosaurus, generic dinosaur thing. If you look at it from this way, it's basically a mouth with... Are those hands? Are they claws? I have no idea, honestly, what they're supposed to be, other than looking cool. And obviously the feature of the interlocking teeth or whatever that are also chromed. And that thing right there. It's on both sides. I don't know what it is other than just mechanical detail. Triggers right down here. Doesn't make a spring or anything. I mean, it's spring loaded, but it doesn't make a sound. It's just a click. Button for the blade is right here where my thumb is. Odd that they would make it red because it kind of blends in, but oh well. On and off switch right here. Let's turn it on. No lights on this. No lights. The only thing that's had lights is Saba. Let's compare it to Dragon Dagger as well. So, Dragon Dagger is a bit longer, but if you take out the blade, it actually has an accompanying sound effect, and turns out to be a bit longer than the Dragon Dagger. So let's hear some sound. You get two sound effects interchanging. And for this, You get a little bit of sound effect. This part is not, well, it's not connected to anything, so it's kind of flopping around a bit. It actually sounds like it might be 3 sounds. Yeah. It is 3 sounds, just like every other Power Rangers roleplay weapon so far. Now let's see, for gun mode, you get a mode change sound, and then this, and then blaster, I assume. I accidentally charged that. So you get a charge shot and you get a rapid fire shot. And then a secondary shot after you stop firing. Which is tuned to the amount of shots you fire, which is interesting. Is it a... I don't know what sound it's supposed to be, because I don't really remember much of the Blade Blaster actually in use. Yeah, I can't really place where that sound, what that sound is. Oh, the speaker is right here. Oh, it goes up to 5. Okay, the maximum that sound is 5 because I pulled the trigger 10 times and it only. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention the blue stripe running on both sides. But. Yeah. I'm trying. Oh. And if you hold it down, there's no... It does play the theme song! I just assumed it didn't play the theme song. I'm not really sure how far I should let that go, because if you play the lyrics, you will get copyrighted. I didn't even talk about the blade, though, so let's let the song play out a bit. That's as far as I'm willing to take it. The blade is a gray with black lines, and the red, I believe, is supposed to have the actual sharp bits. But it's fairly lightweight, making it kind of easy. It actually easy to swing around. And speaking of that, it brings me to, I don't know if I ever talked about my proper review of this thing. But my biggest issue with the Dragon Dagger is trying to hold it, like, with the buttons, because, like this, I don't have to really hold with much of a grip, but this, you kind of have to, like, I end up just gripping the buttons too hard and, like, pushing my, it's especially, like, annoying to play with, with sounds, because you're constantly hitting the buttons unintentionally, but... And Saga, well, I tend to hit the buttons. There's at least enough room in there so you're not always hitting the buttons when you don't, even if you don't want to. I want to see It does play it in gun mode as well, if you hold it down for long enough. And they're timed out exactly the same as the shots too. That's interesting. Oh, right. When you're in gun mode, you can't extend the blade. That's smart, I guess. This is an iconic bit of my childhood, so I always figured I'd get a new version of it at some point. I think it was the last Comic-Con that I saw the old school, the 90s one. Somebody was selling. I think my buddies at the Time Wizard were selling it. But I don't know. And I saw this one as well, but way more expensive than I purchased it today. And speaking of that, if any one of you lives in the United States, GameStop is actually having a sale on legacy items where you can buy it online for $20, but you have to pick it up in store. So you can buy it online, or at least order it online and then pick it up at GameStop. There are no GameStops in Canada anymore, and EB Games is not having the same sale, so I paid full price for this. Do I recommend it? If you're a big enough Power Rangers fan, yes. Okay. If you like the look of it, I think there's enough functionality here to enjoy it. Because there's 2 modes to it, or technically 3 modes. Because this is a mode, because it's on their holster, so they have to pull it out and go. That's so much of what I remember from the Blade Blaster is them having to pull it out, swap it, and then do that, and then right from the back before they have to fire. So yeah, for a roleplay weapon, it satisfies what it's supposed to do. Has 2 modes you're gonna play with, and enough sounds, and it's nostalgic to me, so I picked it up finally. But I also paid full price for it, so I'd say if you can find it for $20, it's worth $20. Was it worth $89.99 Canadian to me? Yes. Why I haven't picked that up before? It all comes down to money, really. It all comes down to I just didn't think I was able to because I wasn't making a lot of money. But when it comes to the current job, I thought I've been buying video games on a bi-weekly basis, so instead I bought this because it meant more to me. I feel like I'm rambling, and I should have ended the video a while ago, so I'm going to end it now. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and may the power protect you. Bye.